Is this the end of the road for Prime Minister Keir Starmer? Just a short time ago, he was hailed as the man who would restore order and hope to British politics. Now, the question on everyone's lips is whether his time at the top is already running out. Just a year after his landslide, the nation is seething. The man who promised stability now faces a political abyss. The streets are filled with protesters, the headlines scream of crisis, and the mood across the country is one of deep frustration. Starmer's honeymoon period has ended with a crash, and the sense of disappointment is palpable. Starmer was meant to be the grown-up after years of Tory chaos, but he's become a lightning rod for public fury. The hope that swept him into number 10 has vanished, replaced by resentment. Instead of the calm, competent leadership he promised, many now see indecision and a lack of bold vision. His attempts to steady the ship have only highlighted how turbulent the waters remain. Remember election night 2024? The country voted for change, for integrity, for an end to drama. Starmer vowed to fix deep-seated problems and be different. There was a sense of optimism, a belief that things could finally get better. People from all walks of life put their faith in him, hoping for a new chapter in British politics. Today, the feeling is betrayal. People feel duped. The vision of a brighter future has faded. Only darker clouds remain. The promises of reform and renewal seem distant, and the reality is a government struggling to connect with its own supporters. The sense of letdown is everywhere, from city centres to rural towns. From the north to the south, the conversation is the same. Anger, disappointment, and a sense of being ignored. Communities that once cheered his victory now feel abandoned. The gap between Westminster and the rest of the country seems wider than ever, fueling a growing sense of alienation. Starmer's cautious style, once a strength, now looks like weakness. He's seen as trapped in the Westminster bubble, deaf to the roar of discontent. His reluctance to take risks or speak plainly has left him looking out of touch, and even his allies are starting to question his leadership. This isn't just a midterm wobble. It feels seismic, a breakdown of trust. The Prime Minister who pledged unity now presides over a fractured nation. The divisions are deepening and the sense of national purpose is slipping away. The very fabric of British politics feels under strain. He wanted to heal, but he's become the headache. He's lost the plot and the people. The question isn't just about his future, but the country's. Can he recover, or is this the moment his leadership unravels for good? The stakes have never been higher, and the nation is watching, waiting for answers. So, what went so catastrophically wrong? How did a leader with so much promise end up here, facing the possibility of a political downfall so soon? The answers may define not just Starmer's legacy, but the future direction of Britain itself. The latest polls are nothing short of devastating for Labour, sending shockwaves through the party and the nation alike. Headlines scream of a political bloodbath, and the numbers are impossible to ignore. Keir Starmer's approval rating has plummeted to -45, the lowest ever recorded for any sitting Prime Minister in modern British history. The sense of crisis is palpable, with even loyal supporters questioning his leadership. Labour, once riding high and confident of victory, has crashed to just 28% in the polls. The party's momentum has evaporated, replaced by anxiety and disbelief. The red wall seats, once the backbone of Labour's electoral strength, are now flashing red for danger. Once loyal communities are turning their backs, feeling abandoned and unheard. Labour is hemorrhaging support from every demographic, everywhere. Young voters, working-class families, and even traditional Labour heartlands are slipping away. Meanwhile, Nigel Farage's Reform UK is surging at 24%, snapping at Labour's heels and capitalising on the public's frustration. Reform's message is resonating with those disillusioned by the mainstream parties. The Conservatives, under a new and energetic leader, are clawing their way back to 22%. Their campaign is regaining traction, and they're eager to exploit Labour's weakness. The two-party system is shattered. Politics is now volatile and unpredictable. Smaller parties are gaining ground, and the old certainties have vanished. Inside Labour, membership is in free fall. The party's grassroots are deserting in droves, leaving local branches hollowed out and demoralised. Tens of thousands are tearing up their cards, disgusted by broken promises and a perceived betrayal of core values. Protests outside party headquarters grow louder by the day. The party machine is crumbling, starved of activists and cash. Fundraising has dried up, and campaign offices are closing across the country. Starmer can't command his party, let alone the country. Internal divisions are widening and MPs openly question his future. The verdict is clear: the public and his own base are abandoning him. Disappointment and anger are everywhere, with many calling for change at the top. The political landscape has been redrawn, old alliances are breaking and new forces are emerging, making the future more uncertain than ever. The question now looms large: can Starmer survive this collapse, or is Labour heading for an even deeper crisis? Why the fury? Across the UK, frustration is boiling over, and the anger is palpable on the streets. People are demanding answers, and the government is under intense scrutiny. Let's start with the money. For millions of families, every pound counts. The cost of living crisis has made it harder than ever to make ends meet, and every new bill feels like a fresh blow. Starmer and Rachel Reeves stood before the nation and made a clear promise: no tax rises for working people. They pledged not to touch income tax, national insurance or VAT, reassuring voters that their hard-earned money would be safe. But then, in a move that shocked many, they broke that promise. The sense of betrayal was immediate and widespread. The autumn statement delivered what many call a stealth tax. By freezing income tax thresholds for another 5 years, millions more will be dragged into higher tax brackets without any increase in pay. Council tax bills are also climbing, adding to the financial strain. On top of that, green levies are quietly added to energy bills, making it even harder for families to keep the lights on and homes warm. The controversial two-child benefit cap remains firmly in place, leaving larger families struggling to get by and feeling abandoned by the very leaders who promised change. Meanwhile, the economy is stagnant. Inflation continues to rise, eroding savings and pushing up prices. Interest rates are high, making mortgages and loans more expensive for everyone. People across the country feel poorer, squeezed from every direction. Every trip to the supermarket, every bill, is a reminder of how tough things have become. Starmer's reputation for integrity, once a cornerstone of his leadership, is now in tatters. The public is questioning whether they can trust him again. For most people, the details of fiscal policy don't matter. What matters are the promises made, and the promises broken. Trust, once lost, is hard to regain. Voters were told their pockets were safe, but now many feel mugged by those who swore to protect them. The sense of betrayal runs deep. This wasn't just an economic miscalculation, it was a political disaster. The bond of trust between leaders and the public has been shattered. The question now is, can Starmer ever win back the trust of the people, or is the damage permanent? The tax bombshell was just the start. Immigration and the NHS have made things worse. Starmer promised to get a grip on illegal immigration, dismissing Tory gimmicks and vowing real solutions. But the small boats crisis is worse than ever. Asylum backlogs have grown, and his EU deal has flopped. Packed hotels for migrants are a daily reminder of lost control. The promise to secure borders now rings hollow. On the NHS, Starmer pledged to cut waiting lists and save the health service. Instead, waiting lists have hit a record high, over 8 million people. Stories of patients waiting years for treatment are now common. The winter crisis has overwhelmed A&E departments and crushed staff morale. The promise to fix the NHS lies in tatters. People see incompetence, not solutions. The public's patience is running out. How much more can they take? As if economic pain wasn't enough, Starmer's government has attacked fundamental freedoms. The Public Order Act gives police sweeping powers to shut down protests. Vague definitions mean almost any demonstration can be banned. The Elections Bill introduces mandatory voter ID, disenfranchising millions, especially the young and poor. The Online Safety Bill risks turning tech giants into censors, threatening free speech online. Starmer, once a human rights lawyer, now presides over a crackdown on protest, voting and expression. Britain feels less free. Is this the new Britain he promised? The anger isn't just in Westminster, it's on the streets and in Labour's heartlands. Protests are now weekly events, led by ordinary people, nurses, parents, factory workers. In pubs and clubs across the north and Wales, Starmer is persona non grata. Some have even banned political talk or his image. The red wall is crumbling. Communities feel betrayed and ignored. Online, Starmer out trends daily, with fury from both left and right. His social media is a flood of angry comments. The party is losing hearts and minds everywhere. How can a leader govern amid such open hostility? As Starmer's authority collapses, predators circle. Nigel Farage's Reform UK is now a major force, channeling public anger and building a populist coalition. Farage attacks Labour on immigration and tax, and the Tories on the NHS and cost of living. The Conservatives, under a new right-wing leader, are rebuilding and exploiting every Labour weakness. Smaller parties like the Lib Dems and Greens are also gaining ground. The political centre has been hollowed out. Starmer is attacked from all sides. His defences are crumbling. Is there any way out of this pincer movement? It's the bleak midwinter of 2025. Starmer is adrift, his government in crisis. The promises of a new dawn have given way to a winter of discontent. History shows leaders this unpopular rarely recover. Cabinet ministers are plotting, backbenchers are panicking, and unions are questioning their support. The party's loyalty is evaporating. U-turns or reshuffles won't fix this. Public trust is gone. Every PMQs is an ordeal, every interview a minefield. The real question, will Starmer even finish his first term? Britain is on a political precipice. Change is coming. Who will walk through number 10's door next?